everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting some fire dragons. Yes, we are continuing our everlasting quest to paint all of the aspect warriors, and well, we're going to be doing the fire dragons next. So without further ado, we're going to jump in and start painting them. They have been primed in Wraithbone because we want that nice warm fiery oh dear. Yes, they have been primed in Wraithbone because we want that warm tone to them. And well, the color we're going to be using is Gryph-Hound Orange. So we're just going to be doing a normal one and the Exarch at the same time, just so if there's anything that comes up about the Exarch that's different, I can obviously paint that in for you. So we're just going to focus on this guy, and then any individual details we'll pick up on the fire on the Exarch. So we're going to take that Gryph-Hound Orange on our brush, and we're just going to start painting this all over our fire dragon's armor, just like this. Now, Gryph-Hound Orange is a lovely paint to work with over Wraithbone. It's very kind of not weak as a color, but it's quite thin, so it stays wetter for longer for some reason. So you don't have to be kind of quite as slow and methodical as you would on, say, a Space Marine, because on these older models particularly, these are fine cast. There's lots and lots of recesses and things for the Gryph-Hound Orange to run into, and you can just move that paint around quite nicely on the model, as you can see I'm doing here, making sure that we've got no dark pools. So with that done, you should have some fire dragons that look somewhat like this. Now they look pretty good, but what we're going to do is going to enrich that orange just that little bit further. And we're going to do this by adding another layer of Gryph-Hound Orange, and this time we're going to thin it down slightly. So what we're going to do is we're going to make roughly 4 parts Gryph-Hound Orange to 1 part contrast medium mix. And we're just going to slather this all over the top of all the orange. And like I said, this will just make that orange look a bit more orange and just really enrich that fiery nature of the fire dragons. So with that done, as you can see, we've got this really nice enriched orange, which is just excellent. So what we're going to do is going to move on to the next colour, and that's going to be yellow. And specifically, it's going to be Iyanden Yellow. And we're going to be painting this all over just 2 areas. I'm going to be painting it all over the magazine, or the kind of fusion drum type thing. I'm painting it just here. Like this. We're also going to be painting this over the top of the helmets. So with that done, you should have some fire dragons that are looking like somewhat like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some Ork Flesh. And this is just to add a little Bale Tan reference for my commissioned customer. And we're going to be doing this over the top of the kind of fabric trails that each of them seem to carry. A little towel with them. Just like this. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Basilicanum Grey. I'm going to use this on all of the black details. Now, this is a point where we use the X-Arc, because what we're going to do, additionally on him, is we're going to paint this over the top of the rune on his head, which the others don't have. It's just the X-Arc. So I'm going to paint this over the top of, as I say, the rune. Like so. I'm going to be painting it over their face masks. Like that. We're going to be picking out all of the little nodes on the little chevron things that they have. So just like this. So we've got them on the arms. And on the legs as well. We're going to paint this over the top of any pouches or grenades. And lastly, I'm going to paint this over the top of the weapon. And so with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some black Templar and we're going to colour over the top of all of our Basilicanum Grey areas. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Runelord Brass. I'm going to use this to paint in all of our metallic sections. This is going to include areas such as the muzzles of their weapons and any gems or pipes. So there's some pipes that run from the sort of handles of their weapons around here, for example. And there's also the ones on the helmet, and of course, as mentioned, any gems that they have, including on the normal fire dragons, this kind of section coming down the helmet. So with that done, what we're now going to do is we're going to apply a shade to the model. And the colour we're going to be using is Fyreslayer Flesh, and this is going to be across all of our Runelord Brass areas, except for the gems that don't have a lip. So this is going to be the areas on the helmet. So nice and simple, really. So what we're going to do, I'll just demonstrate here on the Exarch. We're going to take that Fyreslayer Flesh and we're just going to start painting this over the top of all those Runelord Brassy areas. Just like so. And so with that done, what we're then going to do is we're going to take some Mephiston Red. I'm going to use this to paint in his eyelanders. So with that done, our fire dragons are now at what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. They look pretty good. However, what we're going to do is we're going to take them to the next level. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some highlights. Now the colour we're going to be using for this is Fire Dragon Bright, as it seems rude not to. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be firstly using this to highlight the underside of each of our eye lenses, like that. And what we're also going to do is we're going to use this to highlight all of the armour. So with that Fire Dragon Bright applied, what we're then going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Dawnstone. I'm going to apply this as a highlight to all of our black details. So with that Dawnstone applied, what we're then going to do is take some Phalanx Yellow. I'm going to use this to highlight the yellow. Who saw that coming, eh? So with that done, we're then going to take some Canoptek Alloy. And we're going to use this to highlight all of our metallics. So with that done, it is now time to finish these guys off by doing their gems. Now, what we're going to be doing is I'll demonstrate on the Exarch first, because we're going to be using two colours here, Blood Angels Red and Talassar Blue. Now, essentially the Talassar Blue is going to be used on the Exarch on everywhere that is on an orange bit of body. Just like that. Nice and simple. Perfect. The Blood Angels Red is going to be used on the yellow sections. So for example, just up here, on the helmet. Like that. Whereas on our regular guys, what we're going to do is basically the same thing. However, they've got this this really small little pattern, and what we do is we start with red at the very top, and then we just pick out every other gem. Just like this. And then what we do is we wash the brush, grab our Talassar Blue, and we're going to colour in all the gems that we didn't paint. Like that.
And so, with our gems complete and of course the basing done as well, our fire dragons are now finished and they look fabulous. Really nice finish on them. The Gryph-Hound Orange plus a little bit more of a thin down Gryph-Hound Orange over the top just absolutely looks fantastic. I'm really pleased with how these have come out, and those yellow helmets are so striking. Using Iyanden Yellow on small details like that is absolutely fantastic and very easy to do, which is always nice. Pretty difficult doing it with base and layer paints, but there you go. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you want to support me further like these legends and bosses on the screen before you, you can do so. Head to patreon.com/Warhipster or head to ko-fi.com/Warhipster. Alternatively, you can now become a YouTube channel member by heading to the channel page and clicking on the join button just here, exactly like these awesome folks have done. And if you just want to shoot me a little thanks just because you really love this video, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.